Good morning, beautiful people, and all the ugly ones too. So today we are taking some of these 12 by 14, pretty old growth, old beams. I don't remember what the company, they do like some kind of shipyard stuff, and they need these ripped down in half. They're trying to utilize them for something else, and so we're going to throw them on the sawmill and get them cut in half. The biggest concern is that they were previously used, and so we got to check them for metal. Uh, any uh, any metal that's within them is going to seriously screw up my saw blade. So we're going to go through, figure out which ones have metal in them. We'll cut those last, and hopefully save some saw blades. What's up, guys? Oh, okay, sounds good. Just throw it on the desk. I'll do some math later. The guys are inside burning one of our timber kits, and we're trying to establish a time, how long it takes us to burn each timber, so I can get some data and price things accordingly. Anyhow, let's get these beams. Here's our sawmill. We'll be cutting on here in a minute, but first I want to identify which ones have the metal in them.
Cut them in half, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Which way? Are they like 10 by 12s?
This way. Or no, this way. They want 7 by 12s. Yeah, they're 12 by 14.
You want like a flat side.
Pick the best. Do what we can do. The first one I looked at looks good. I'm just going to go ahead and get started. Making our way over, we'll pick some of these guys up and get them on the bunks. Like that. What am I hitting in there? Oh. Can you push those in? Can you push these in? Can't see shit now. Oh boy. So one of the problems, whoa, with our mill yard is just a little bit too small. We've only got a half acre, and not much land for running 40-foot logs and a 50-foot sawmill, and so we've already expanded the mill yard quite a bit. And this road was only 20 feet wide because that's what the county wanted us to do, and we've had to add. We were making such a mess, and we were worried about erosion, and so we widened this a bit more. Now we're like 40 feet wide. It was really unclear what the county wanted us to do. You know, some of them were saying you can't have more than 2,000 square feet of unpermeable surface, which they're saying gravel is an unpermeable surface. Well, that's weird because we use rock for drainage, but it's non-permeable. Doesn't make any sense. Anyway, uh, but some requirements say you can only have 2,000 square feet without a permit, and some say 5,000. So we're well with under 5,000, and so yeah, hopefully we're not doing anything illegal. We try to do the best that we can. You can see we've got straw down. We've got a silt fence set up to protect the perimeter. We know that our water drains this way, and we've dug a little channel right there to divert the water where we want it to. We're really just creating sawdust. Our machines don't leak oil, so we're doing the best we can. Anywho, let's get these ding dong things on the ground. Brunts, brunt boots, baby. Hmm. Wonder if you guys let me know in the comments if you can hear me okay. I don't have my mic, but I'm thinking with my AirPods, you guys should be able to hear me okay. I did a little test video and it seemed all right. I'll try and talk loudly and also read my lips. So I was just thinking, I bet I could cut two of these at the same time. Now we're just gonna do singles. Really, gonna start with singles. We'll see how she goes. All my single ladies, all my single ladies, put your hands up, up, up. Which way am I cutting this? I think I'm cutting it the other way. Let's try to see if we can't flip this thing over. Which I can do by hand. Just trying to be a cool guy. Oh yeah, we got her. We got it. All right, now you guys should be able to hear me a little bit better. Here's my favorite girl. Just kidding. But this is my favorite puppet dog. I can tell you that much. Woo! This is Lula. All right, all right, all right. Come here, now. Come here, now. Drop. Good girl. She also happens to be the fastest dog in the world. Watch this. Hey, go. She's almost faster than I can throw it. A ball, she's not faster than, but a stick, throws a little slower. She almost beats it. So here's the sawmill. Let's do the cleaner look and try to brush it out with stain. Sounds good, Melissa. All right, so we're setting up the sawmill. First thing we do, old school torque wrench. Here's our tightening screw. I've already done this, but I'm just doing it for you guys. This mill, they recommended we run our bands at about 55 psi, and we've slowly incremented up. We're about 80 psi, 80 foot-pounds right now. We use a pretty thick, big blade, inch and a half, like 240 inches long or something, 0.55 diameter gauge. And so we put a lot of tension on it because we have some wide cuts and we're cutting through some big ass logs. So we try and have a tighter band, and it seems to make a cleaner cut. We're at risk of popping bands, adding more tension to it, but so far it hasn't been a problem. We've only popped one band in the whole last year. So anyway, we'll put this little tensioner on here. I've already tightened it. She should click. Oh, what's going on? What is this set to? Yeah, it's set right. What the hell? Well, that's weird. So this is why I tell my guys to check their torque, because I already torqued this and then I turned the machine on, ran it for a minute, and it stretched that blade back out. There it goes. That's clicked. Now I know I'm at my 80 psi. So we're stretching these bands. I know it seems weird to stretch steel, but as it warms up and it's cutting, it'll stretch. So especially with a fresh blade, we'll check it like every 2 cuts or something. Check that tension, make sure she's tight. All right. Next, I got to make sure we got water up in our tank. This is just for lubrication and keeping the blade cool. Come on. If we're cutting into some pitchy woods, harder wood, sometimes we'll add some soap to it, help lubricate it. Some people use diesel, people use different stuff. But water, just water is, come on, typically good enough. But we go through quite a bit of it. This is 5 gallons, and we fill this up a couple times a day. So it's nice to be able to just have this hose right here to reach it. So that's pretty much it for prep work before we start it. This is our throttle chain. Always make sure that thing's, well, yeah, she's got a little bit of slack in it. I'll probably run that. But if I see any more slack than that build up, we'll tighten it up. Because if that's not tight, it's not fully pulling our throttle, and it's not giving us the full RPM that we want. So here's the set works for our machine. It actually does a heck of a lot more than we know how to do. But we got a few set works here that'll, drop down 4 inches, 6 inches, 8 inches, that kind of stuff. But for this, we're just going to be cutting these beams in half. Just going to be cutting them at 7 inches every time, 7 inches off the bunk. So yeah, let me get this thing lined up. Now, ordinarily, we raise up our stops. I'll have this have this beam pushed up against the stop bar, and then we'll bring this lock dog over and lock it in place. But something that's this size, I'm not too worried about it moving around. I'm going to go ahead and just try and freehand cut it. I'm just going to push it over. I'm not going to worry about locking it or anything like that. We also normally cut all of our beams free of heart. Let me get this out of your way. We normally cut our beams all free of heart, excluding the core, because timber shrinks towards the core, and when it does that, it's got to open up somewhere. All timbers will get little checks and cracks, but if the core is in there, the checks and cracks will be much bigger. So we normally try and exclude this, but this isn't our beam. They don't care. They just want them ripped in half. So that's what we gonna do. Oh shit. I did flip that the wrong way. This is almost 14. It's about 7 or 13 3/4 by almost 12. They want some 7 by 12. So I actually need to roll this up the other way because I'm a dummy. It's one of the things with our next mill, or when we modify this mill, that I'm definitely going to do, is have a log turner. Ours does not. We have to turn all of our logs manually. It can be a pain in the butt. This is small. Compared to what we normally cut, this is small. We cut some big stuff. And turning everything manually is a pain in the butt. Tight to my bunks. So we're looking at about 13 3/4. Let's check the other side. Also about 13 3/4. So we're just gonna go 7 minus. So the center of my blade needs to be like 6 7/8. Let me see if I can remember how to do this. So that's for your last cut. That's if you're cutting down. Oh gosh, I should have done a refresher. I done forgot how to run my own machine. Something's wrong, BH Simple Life says. As always in the USA. Oh, those damn Americans. Measure twice, cut once. I prefer to cut 3 times and never measure. It's just kind of my style. Over here is our, transmission. movement. Got it on forward. Crank it up a little bit. We'll bring this thing closer to the beam. And slow down. Easy, girl. Easy, girl. All right, so let's see what this says. I'm 8. Let's check our measurement. There we go, 6 7/8. Let's see if she's correct. Oh, sorry about that. So I'm checking from the teeth on a bandsaw blade, on a mill blade. They go down, straight, up. So you got 3 different sets. And so, if you're cutting from the bottom up, then you need to check the lowest pointing tooth. Cut from the top up, top tooth, obviously. Boom. She's dead on. Look at that. I didn't think that was going to be the case. Look at that. Check to make sure my beautiful angel isn't. There she is. I knew it. What were you eating? What were you chomping on? Where's your ball? Get the ball. I don't change what I say, Chef. If I'm throwing a stick, I still call it ball. Good girl. Get the ball. Bring it here. This is the best damn dog in the world. Drop. I've also taught her that if something's near my face or she's playing with a kid, tug of war or whatever, she'll let go. Watch. If I pull it up close to my face, she drops it. That's a good dog. Sit. Stay. Stay. Get it. That's a good girl. Hey, come here. Drop. Ready? Oh, dang, I got the forks up. Earlier, the forks were down lower, and she, like, pole vaulted over him. It was pretty funny. Go. Fastest dog alive. All right, we're ready to cut. Whenever I'm taking a video, I'm worried about talking to you guys and making a video, so I got to double check everything in my brain. Okay. Blade's been tightened. We got water. I'll turn the water on in a minute. We're set. Not worried about clamps. I've already checked my guides. That's something I do every time I come out or we put a new blade on. These are our guides. They should be about a paper width away from the blade. So the blade can move around up and down, but they're pretty damn close. And this is our bearing guide. If it's under a lot of pressure, the blade will get pushed back into it. But ideally, you can see it's not actually touching that bearing. If it does end up touching that bearing, we know we're either putting too much stress on it, we need to slow the machine down, or the blade is getting dull and it's got too much friction in it. So I hope you guys can hear me. I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing going. Just kidding. You can hear me. Now this little button here is gonna turn the blade on. It is gonna get loud, so y'all might want to plug your ears or something. Turn down your volume. I'm gonna give you the count of 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Yep. All right. Let's do some cutting. So I like to bring it in real slow at first. Just barely getting into that wood, and then once I'm in there, I'll crank it up. Everything looking pretty good so far. I'm going to turn it up a little bit. You guys are doing a great job. A lot of times what we got to worry about is tension on the blade as we get to the end of the cut. If there's too much tension, the top side of the cut will fall down on the blade and get pinched and fly off. This seems to be opening up, so the tension so far seems to be in our favor. But as I get to the end of my cut, I'm going to slow it back down again. Bingo. Turn the blade off. Now I'll pick the machine up a little bit. Now let's get her to stop moving. Pick the machine up. These are 14 inches tall, so I'll go up to, there we go, 15 and a half. That'll work. I'm going to send her back. Get on back there, girl. Now, ordinarily, as the machine's headed back, I'm doing work. I'm pulling the cut off. I'm cleaning. I'm doing something to maximize my time. But since I'm hanging out with you folks, I'm not doing that. Just trying to show you the operations of the sawmill. You forgot to turn your water off. This is the part I really like. We'll open this thing up and get to clean her off and see what she looks like. I don't know exactly how old this beam is, but I love old wood. You know what? We're going to turn you around. There we go. Oh, yeah. This is going to be some good looking stuff. Hold on to your biscuits. Beautiful. Bingo. Got two perfectly equal good beams. Let me answer some of these questions and then I'll beautiful dog. Thanks, Robert. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, she is beautiful. So we have a second business that we run called the Lovely Lou's. It's a mobile restroom trailer, and we call it, since Lou means bathroom, we call it the Lovely Lou's, and that's her name. She's Lula, and she's got one. Hey, stop, sit. Good. She got one green eye and one blue eye and one crooked ear, and she's the best damn dog in the whole world. Cut some wood. Yes, sir. Sorry. My ears have been ruptured. Damn it. Sorry. I know. I just ordered some mics off Amazon. Oh, there's my logger. Just ordered some mics off Amazon, so I'm hoping that those will be a little bit better with background noise and stuff like that. The cut appears to be on a slight incline. Actually, it is. Maybe it's the angle. It's probably the angle of the phone. The cut is parallel to the bunks, but our bunks do climb. They're not level. They're 6 inches out of level. Something we're going to fix this spring. Let's see. You ever get splinters in your eye? No, never had one in my eye. No, get them everywhere else though. What do you charge for a cut like this? So generally we cut timber for our own projects. We're timber framers, and we cut some big ass beams for some big ass beam work. Like, this is a very small structure, but this is the type of stuff that we build. We just threw this up as a little hut. Um, so when we're cutting for other people, if we're using our logs and cutting them, we sell them by the board foot. If I were to be taking a log and cutting something like this would sell for about $4 a board foot. So a couple $100 per beam. However, this is somebody else's timber that I'm just cutting, and so we're charging by the hour, $150 an hour. Thank you for the amazing work. Hey, I appreciate that, Kelsey. Now it's for the fun part. Let me show you that. Take one of our scrapers. I don't know why, but this is one of my favorite parts about this. You get to really reveal the beauty of the wood. Isn't that pretty? Whoa, slippery little bugger. So a lot of people have commented before, why don't you use a leaf blower? It doesn't do as good of a job. A lot of times it's wet here in the Pacific Northwest, and that sawdust will stick. It just doesn't do as good of a job. We have 3 leaf blowers, and we don't use them for this. Anyhow, I'm gonna pick these up. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do for stacking here. Let me think. Right there looks good. We can make a bundle. We got some stickers set up over here. I try to set things up though so I don't have to turn the forklift around all the time. I'm gonna set them right over here. Hold tight, folks. Hold tight. So now efficiency, working quickly. What I always say, you want to be fast. You got to be fast to make money. But slow is smooth, and smooth is fast. So I don't want to have to take this forklift and every time pick it up and turn 180 degrees. So I'm going to set these up over here to where I just pick them up, back up, and come right over here and drop them. Hold tight. Oh, sorry, Lou. I like to hustle. You gotta burn some calories and work hard at the same time. Why don't y'all come along for a little ride? This should be a cool shot. See if we can get it. See if I can pick y'all up. Not dumping the phone. No. Son of a bitch. Get on there. Here we go. Yeah, Lou. Oh, hold on, guys. Don't fall off. All right, we did it. Good job. We'll do one more cut individually, and then I'm going to think about possibly cutting these things two at a time. So I got 14 of them, I think. Even though I'm charging by the hour, like I said, I want to be as efficient as possible. So if we can cut two at a time, we're going to damn well do it. Hey, yo. All right, I'm going to have you guys stick around for one more cut, and then we'll let you go about your day. All right, what am I doing here? They want 7 by 12s. Need to cut that way. Inspect the log for metal. Come on. So we're also thinking about, oh, that's going to hit. Also thinking about making the mill taller. And I'm not 100% sold on if it's going to be better or not. It would be nice if the mill was up around waist height, but like I said, when we cut really big stuff, then it's going to be up above our heads. I think I'm gonna raise them at least a foot. That'll get us up like above the knee. I think that'll give us a nice working height. But we'll still be able to step over the bunks and get into the middle of the track if we need to. I normally have people pay me when I'm stripping. Y'all are getting it for free. How you like that? All right. So, ooh, this one's even smaller. Did I fucking do this wrong again? Yes. God, I'm so stupid. I'm the stupidest boy alive. If I cut there, that would make these 6. We don't want 6, we want 7s. You fuck. Ah! We want them standing tall ways. Yes. Standing tall ways. That will give us a 7 by 12. That's what they want. Okay. See, these are the kind of little things, little mistakes I'm making because I'm making a video. I do this for you guys. Gotta have your greens. All right. Now this one is about the same, 13 3/4. Oh. Now that side's all blown out. See, the bottom of this beam right here is kind of blown out, so it's reading a little bit bigger. Yeah, we're gonna stick with the same 13 3/4, which means we're gonna set our blade to 6 7/8, and that should be as close to half as possible. Let's go check our old cut. State. See, our cut is nice and flat, looking good. Yeah, 6 15/16. About 6 13/16. So I might adjust that a little bit. Nice sweater, bro. Yeah, they got good taste. Yeah, so these are pretty consistent. These are 6 13/16. Yeah, I'm doing the first couple cuts individually, and then I'm going to start stacking them and cutting them 2 at a time. They're cutting really nice.
I think I just put them right behind it. I don't know if I'd go side by
Oh,
side.
long ways? Yeah,
I don't know. Just
that's a good idea.
When you squeeze it together, it doesn't.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Coming at you live, folks.
Coming at you live, folks. Alrighty. Pretty damn, yeah, within a 16th. They're all relatively the same. Yeah, we'll have to see. No, they didn't say that. I'm just saying I'm trying to get it within a 16th. 6 7/8. Oh, it's hard to see in there. All right, we'll get her close. Make sure there's no obstructions. Pretty good. Lad's double checking my math. Go on, get. I know this is what you came to YouTube for. You wanted to see all this. Big wood, baby. All right, so this time we're not gonna forget to turn on the water. Plug your ears, folks. Yeah, the best I could. Getting loud. I'm gonna come in nice and slow. Is it touching? So we're coming in nice and slow, just like last time. Once I get in 4, 5, 6 inches, then I'll turn her up. Turn up the heat. So again, we're gonna watch the tension on the beam, see if it's closing up. We got some viewers. And now just visually, I'm looking for any waviness. Because it's normally fairly dramatic. If the blade starts going bad or something happens, the cut will get pretty dramatically wavy. But this looks pretty flat. Looking pretty good. Let her eat, baby. So what Lad was saying about cutting two beams at the same time, I was thinking about sandwiching them right next to each other. But what he was saying is put them end to end. Because making a long cut is easier on the blade. Because it's still only cutting through 12 inches, just longer cut. Stop her, bring her up to 15 or so. Bingo. Reverse. Send her back. Oh, got to cut my water off again. That's probably why we go through so much damn water. I'm always forgetting to turn it off. Pretty happy with this Hudson Oscar 52. The head on it is pretty darn good. Very unhappy with the bunks or the tracks. We're going to be rebuilding the shit out of those this spring. So if y'all got any more questions, comments, concerns, let me run through and see what I can answer for you. What do you think about Canada becoming the 51st state. I ain't got nothing against Canada, baby. How are them Canada girls looking? They pretty cute? I think they are. That's really the determining factor. That's what are you bringing to the table, Canada? You got cuties up there or what? We ain't taking no hogs. You know what I'm saying? I think they are. They're definitely not a bunch of fatties like the U.S. So, something to say about that. Kelsey Tezio. Is that Italian? I don't know. Shoot, I lost it. How do you manage all this by yourself? It looks like a lot of heavy work. Right there, baby. That's how you manage that. I've got two guys that work for me. We've been much bigger operation, but I've just I prefer less guys, more equipment, more organized, less people. I can pay them more. We can do higher quality work. So that's my goal. We want to try and hit $2 million with 6 people. I don't know why I'm giving you guys hand signals. I'm in a gang or something. We're trying to hit $2 million with 6 people or less. First, we got to hit that $1 million mark. But yeah, that's the goal. We want to see you cut 2 or more beams together. You know what, Kelsey? You're being a little demanding, but fine. I'll do it. How many people we got in here? 47. If y'all want to get off, now's your chance. Otherwise, blame Kelsey. Oh, Kalissa. I'm sorry. Kalissa. Blame her because she wants to see us cut more beams. All right, we'll do one more. Screw it. We'll take the watch time. First, let's get this big boy off. Let me flip you around there. I gotta be able to see what I'm doing, huh? Oh yeah. This is what I love about wood. It'll get a little aged, and you just take a layer off, and it's beautiful again. That's my favorite kind of timber is aged timber that's been skip planed or resawn or something, because you still get the character of the oldness, but it's got this fresh life to it. Holy crap, that looks just like the Tesla symbol. Look at that. That's where an old washer and through bolt went through. That looks exactly like the Tesla symbol. That's crazy. Elon, my stock price is going down, bud. What you doing? Heavily invested in a Tesla. Y'all better make that money. Shoot, I should have bid this by the job instead of the hour. This is going pretty smooth until I hit some nails. Isn't that right? If I hit some nails, this whole thing's going to fall apart. I think we can go 2 side by side. So that's what Lad was saying. So if I go side by side, the cut is wider, which is more difficult on the blade. Whereas if I just stack them end to end, then the cut's the same, just longer, and that's no problem. So yeah. Nah, I'm gonna go side by side. These are cutting nice and easy. And otherwise I gotta take the forklift over there and get in the mud and all that crap. So we're just gonna go side by side. Let's get these loaded up. Hold on to your biscuits. And here we go. Watch out, baby girl. Oh no! Don't worry, I'm coming for you. Hold still. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You guys okay? Oh, that was tough, huh? That was tough. These stickers are being they're a little too tight. Let's give them a whack. Oh, that's gonna work. Ah, one of my guys, Ed, he's got the mind of a tweaker engineer, and there's always a, god damn. He tries to be organized, but the way he does it is always a little like, huh, what are you doing? Yeah, girl. Open these up a little bit. A little tight getting the forklift in there. We also need to come up with a plan on how we're going to stack these. I let them talk me into delivering these beams because they have some other old timbers that I might grab from them. So I'm going to deliver them and then look at what they got. So I got to think about how I want to stack these. How many do we have? Let's go count. 1, 2, 3, 4. What are you doing? 5, 6 times 2. So we have 12 beams currently. We're cutting those all in half. So I'm going to end up with 24 of these damn things. 24. So if I go 4 wide, go 4 wide. So 24 divided by 4 is 6. These will be 6 tall. And how thick are these things? We get 7 inches. Shit, what did I say? 6? Yeah. So 6 times 7 inches. That ain't too bad. Be 42 inches tall. Plus the stickers in between them. Yeah, it'd be like 5 feet tall, something like that. Yeah, that'll work fine. We're gonna keep it like this. We're gonna keep them 4 wide and have 6 rows of 4. So now I need to grab some stickers. These are all pretty small. I really need some 2x4s would work good. We had some good ones. Nab it. I just got to be able to get, set them down with the forks and then pull the forks out. So they got to be at least 1.5 inches thick. All right, I'm just gonna turn these on edge. I don't normally like turning these on edge, but it'll work. It'll be fine. Should work out all right. All right, let's get these last two on. Keep them tall. Yes, keep them tall. All right, let's go with a double cut. Get these inspected for some metal. We're gonna be cutting right across the middle here. Oh man, that's heavy. We're okay. Don't really see any. I'm gonna go pick these up and get them loaded. Y'all hang out right here. Yeah, hang out right here. Oh, you wanted to throw the stick? Go. Damn it! Right on one of the tracks. Ah, whatever. I'll just fix it by hand. Just dump these sons of guns. Just do it by hand. So one of my forks, as I was coming down, you see me? Yeah. As I was coming down, one of my forks is right on top of one of these runners, and yeah, whatever. So I'm just unloading them by hand. Plus, gives me a chance to inspect the middles here, make sure there's no metal. Yeah, there is. Big ass piece of metal. Shit. Two of them. Shit. That looks like it's right in the middle of where we're cutting, too. Crap. That's like a chunk of rebar or something. It's big. It's about a half inch. There's two of them. So they went through. I requested that they go through and try and pull whatever metal they see out of it, but either they didn't see this, so they couldn't figure out how to get it out. I'm gonna grab my tape measure and see if we're gonna miss. It looks like this one we might miss, but that one's like dead nuts in the middle. So I think I'm gonna put this to the side and cut it last. I don't want to screw up my blade. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So let's go check out these other ones, see if there's any visible metal in them, and we'll just snag one of these. Do a double cut with these sons of guns. Don't see anything on the outside. Well, that's about to fall over. Hold, please. That's going to be right in my damn way. That's good. I don't see any metal. That part's good. We'll come over here and grab these logs. The main, oh, my wife just texted me. Main photo is going to change something or other. She's building a website for our other company. And so she just texted me about that. All right, so I'm gonna dump this log off here. Ain't no law in Tombstone. We're the law around here, law dog. That's a gangster ass movie. One of my favorites. If y'all haven't seen Tombstone, put it on your watch list. Don't you think so, Lou? She's grown up around machines since she was a little baby. In fact, I just found uh, one of the first videos I took of her on a job site was like her first day, and she's like 5 pounds, just a little baby. She was trying to hop over. It was like two 2x4s stacked on top of each other, so it's only 3 inches tall. And she was just a little baby, and she's like, couldn't figure it out. And she's trying to get to me, but these 2x4s are in her way, and she was like, freaking out. But now you're a big tough girl, huh? Yeah, now you know what you're doing, huh? You a good job, dog. Well, could you come up here a little bit? Yeah. If I let her, she'll come all the way up here, but I got work to do. Get down. All right. These forks are kind of irritating me. When I get rich, I'll just I'll hire a videographer, come out, twice a month or something, take our videos, because it'd be so much better. It's so much better than, trying to record yourself. Alrighty. Push it real good. Push it. Salt and pepper's here. Whoa. Whoa. Ooh, that's got a crown to her. We're gonna have to roll that over. So this beam's got a pretty good crown in it. I don't know if you can see here. It's not touching. It's touching in the middle and not on the edges. I'm gonna have to roll this thing over. But since I'm the strongest boy alive, it's no problem. You know what? We're getting naked here. Yeah, I'm wearing a shirt. All right, now let's really work. Canadians want to come down here, huh? Mess with us Southerners? Is that a real thing? Good Lord. Heard people joking. Motherfucker, get over there. Oh my gosh. About Canada becoming part of America. Do Canadians really want to do that? Oh my goodness. Stay. Okay. What about this guy? You got a crown? Looks okay. Oh, I don't know, guys. We have to see if these are the same. Probably should have done that before I loaded them, dumbass. You can see how different they are. 13 3/4. That's about what we've been having. Gosh, they look different. But they're not really. It's just because this beam is worn down. They're both about, this one's slightly taller, 13 and 13/16. We'll check the other end. Yeah, I think we'll be all right. So since we're cutting doubles, I'm gonna go ahead and put some locks on. I'm gonna set up these lockers here. Ordinarily, one thing I don't like about this mill, when you raise this, it raises the stops simultaneously, which is a dumb design. They should be independent. Ordinarily, when we're clamping onto our good beams, I'll put a little spacer between this spike and the wood so we're not damaging the wood. But these, well, it looks like I'm gonna have to anyway for the space. Since these are more rustic and they don't really care about how pristine they are, I wasn't going to worry about it, but looks like I'm gonna have to anyhow. Another dumbass design. This angle iron is facing up like that. So you can't put anything on it, it just rocks. They should have flipped it around so the flat part was on top. You got something flat to set everything to. Another alteration we're gonna be doing this spring. There we go. Oh, come on, girl. What you doing? Oh, that's the bent one. That's our bent backstop, so it won't go up. Well, looks like we're risking it. It's cowboy time. Hello, dear. Well, now I feel silly. My wife's here. Same setup, same everything. However, I'm gonna widen. Hey, let's put her to work. Put your ass to work. So same setup, everything as before. Now that we stack these two, I just need to widen my throat. Otherwise, the same process. Exactly. Get in close, move around. 6 7/8 has been our number. It's been good to us so far. This thing jumps up in like 64th though, so it's difficult. There we go. There we go. Set my cut, dumbass. There we go. Now we'll remember my cut and go back to there. Okay, so we need to widen our throat here. There's going to be no obstructions. Here's turn that water on. And we're just going to kiss the wood. Nice and slow. I probably should have checked our tension. Like I was saying, every couple of cuts, I need to check the torque on that band. I probably should have done it before I made this cut, but we're doing it now. So it looks like it's coming pretty good, but you can see the water. The water's only traveling in about halfway. It's not getting to that side of the cut. I'm going to give it a little more water. Yeah, I can feel it. I can feel and hear in the machine how much harder it's working because it's setting twice the width. So I'm probably not going to turn it all the way up like I was. I'll be cutting a little bit slower, but I'd rather take one slow cut than have to start to get messed up and have to do it again. How's the website going, honey? Yeah. The guys always like stay here by the machine. And when you got something sketchy going on, that's probably a good idea. But for the most part, you can walk away from it. Even if something does happen, you get a wavy cut or something, there's nothing you can do about it. You still got to finish the cut. So ordinarily, if I'm not taking a video, I'll be doing something else, keeping an eye on it, but, you know, doing something else. Cut still looks nice and flat. I'll go ahead and give it a little bit more juice. Definitely going to check our torque at the end of this cut. So this outside beam looks like it's got a little bit of that tension I was telling you about. So I'm going to bang in a wedge and open it up a little bit. That, you can see that this cut is fairly tight. I don't want all the tension on the blade, so I'm going to pop in a wedge and help it out a little bit. Take her on up. 15, 12, 13, 14, 15. Send her back. Oh, grab that. Now we get to do the cool part. You forgot to turn the water off again. Pretty well out of my way. Down. Now we'll get these guys on the forks. I get as close as I can, like so. I like to scrape every cut so I can see what it looks like. So I'm gonna roll these over so I can check out the cut. For one, I want to see what the timber looks like, but also I need to see if there's any indications I need to change my blade. I'll just do them. Oops. Ordinarily, again, I wouldn't be walking on the timber. Jeez Louise. I'd be, we don't want footprints and stuff on our timber, but these are not high-end beams, so I'm not too worried about it. Still pretty damn flat. It's cutting pretty good. But because they're cutting so easily, I don't really see the benefit in cutting two at a time. So I think I'm going to stick with singles. I'm going to stay monogamous. You're welcome. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Look at this. You can see some coloring coming into it. You got the old holes from when they used it before. Some coloring. Nice grain, though. This is still really good timber. Got a lot of snags, though. Hitting them. So what's going on with the website, dear? Yeah? What is it? The Lovely Lose. The Lovely Lose. Lus. You can go check out our other business. We also just started a YouTube page. We're on all the other socials too. So if you like jokes about poop and pee and like to see okay. Get these last couple loaded up. I'll send you guys on your way. Come on. Perfect. We can fit one more. Another dumbass design on the bunks is these bunks, the crossbars, should be taller than the rails so that I can bring my forklift in here. Right now they're basically flush, so you can't bring forklift in here. If these were just taller, then I could easily get the forklift in. So that's another thing we'll be changing in the spring. Ouch! Hiya! Coming at you. Get the hell out of the way, lady. You go put your leg on that end one. You have to hold it. Put your hip in it, honey. Put your hip in it. Hold it. Whoa. All right. That's it. Y'all saw me cut some beams. See you next time. Keep it solid. Oh, yeah, but 10 at a time, huh? Oh, you just pressed the X button. Are you sure you want to end?